What is up guys, this is the Wow Facts channel and we have our video for today, 15 upcoming space missions of the decade. Spaceflight in 2020 did not go as planned. Like nearly everything else in the world, space activity was hit hard by the pandemic. While 2020 was a challenging year for the space industry, amid the coronavirus pandemic, a bunch of exciting missions that were supposed to be launched in 2020 or in the start of 2021 were halted. From Mars to asteroids, robots, humans, and much more, we'll see space exploration continue to expand across the solar system. This upcoming decade looks to be a pretty exciting time for space. Arguably, more is in store, especially as NASA's ambition to go back to the moon ramp up and the private space industry continues to grow more rapidly than ever. Throughout this video, we're going to show you such 15 big upcoming space missions supposed to be given green signal in this decade. We'll share the vision behind these missions. But before we start this video, we request you to subscribe to our channel to support us. And don't forget to click the links below for amazing deals. Without any further delay, let's start today's video. Number 15, ExoMars mission in 2022. The 2022 mission of the ExoMars program will deliver a European rover, Rosalind Franklin, and a Russian surface platform Kazachok to the surface of Mars. The ExoMars rover will travel across the Martian surface to search for signs of life. It will collect samples with a drill and analyze them with next-generation instruments. ExoMars will be the first mission to combine the capability to move across the surface and to study Mars at depth. This collaboration between the ESA and Roscosmos aims to discover if life ever existed on the Red Planet. This plan has already been set in motion in 2016. Number 14, Roscosmos Space Tours in 2022. After taking a decade-long break from space tourism, Russia's state space corporation Roscosmos plans to send 2 paying tourists to the International Space Station in 2023 on a short flight of the country's Soyuz spacecraft. While they are up there, one of the tourists will perform a spacewalk with an experienced Russian cosmonaut, a first for any private citizen visiting the ISS. To fly the tourist, Roscosmos is working with US company Space Adventures, which arranges space flights for wealthy customers. Russian Space Agency also has plans to turn a decommissioned International Space Station into a luxury hotel. Number 13, the James Webb Space Telescope. The James Webb Space Telescope is the world's most complex infrared telescope. In February of 2021, it successfully passed its functional performance tests. The James Webb Telescope will find the first galaxies that form in the early universe and peer through dusty clouds to see stars forming planetary systems. The James Webb Space Telescope is expected to launch on 31st of October 2021 on the Halloween at French Guiana. An exact time of launch is yet to be announced. Number 12, Gaganyan Isro. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, is planning to send a first group of Indian astronauts into space between 2021 and 2022 for a duration of approximately a week. The astronauts, one of which will be a female military pilot, are expected to be chosen for Gaganyan sometime this year. Number 11, SpaceX Mars program. Elon Musk's company SpaceX plans to launch an unpiloted mission in 2022 to confirm water resources, identify hazards, and put in place initial power, mining, and life support infrastructure. The vehicle that will make these Mars trips is the 165-foot tall, 50-meter Starship, which will launch from Earth atop a giant rocket known as Super Heavy. Number 10, China's third space station. Earlier this year, China reached a historic milestone by landing the Chang'e 4 spacecraft on the far side of the moon, previously uncharted territory. The country of more than 1 billion population isn't stopping there. According to the New York Times, China now plans to begin fully operating its third space station by 2022 to put astronauts in a lunar base by later in that decade and send probes to Mars, including ones that could return samples from the Martian surface back to the Earth. Number 9, SpaceX first moon tourism trip. SpaceX is almost ready to start building a permanent human settlement on Mars with its massive Starship rocket. The private spaceflight company is on track to launch its first uncrewed mission to Mars in as little as 3 years from now. Japanese entrepreneur, designer, and art curator Yusaku Maezawa will be the company's first private passenger to fly around the moon in 2023. Number 8. OSIRIS-REx's asteroid sample return. The OSIRIS-REx's mission, which launched in 2016 to visit the asteroid Bennu, is expected to return a 2.1-ounce sample of the rocky body back to Earth by 2023. The spacecraft reached Bennu in November 2018 and returned a number of stunning images of the asteroid. These celestial objects are remnants of the formation of the solar system and could have brought the building blocks of life to Earth. Scientists are hopeful that they can use these samples to learn about the origins of life here on our home planet. Number 7. Chandrayaan-3. Chandrayaan-3 is a planned lunar exploration mission by the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO. Following Chandrayaan-2, where a snag in communication led to the failure of the lander's soft landing attempt after a successful orbital insertion, another lunar mission for demonstrating soft landing was proposed. Chandrayaan-3 will be a mission repeat of Chandrayaan-2, but will only include a lander and rover similar to that of Chandrayaan-2. It will not have an orbiter. The project is planned to be launched sometime in 2022. Number 6. NASA's Artemis mission to the moon. NASA announced that they plan to send the first woman and the next man back to the moon by 2024. The Artemis mission will take astronauts to the lunar South Pole to learn more about the availability of resources such as water and test vital technology that will prove useful during future missions to Mars. Another goal will be to, see how the human body endures the long-term space missions. Number 5. JAXA takes a trip to the Martian moons. The Martian Moons Exploration (MMX) mission is a project to explore the 2 moons of Mars, with a planned launch in mid-2020s. Approximately, the spacecraft will arrive in Martian space and enter into an orbit around Mars. It will take off sometime in 2024 and arrive on Mars around 2025. It will spend the next 3 years surveying both moons of Mars, Phobos, and Deimos, creating detailed maps of their surfaces. Number 4. Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket, supposed to be launched in 2022. Washington state-based company Blue Origin will send its first orbital rocket aloft in late. Blue Origin, which is run by Amazon.com founder Jeff Bezos, announced that the rocket can send up to 14 tons, 13 metric tons to geostationary orbit, and 50 tons or 45 metric tons to low Earth orbit. Number 3. NASA's Dragonfly mission to Titan mission. Dragonfly is a planned spacecraft and NASA mission which will send a robotic rotorcraft to the surface of Titan, the largest moon of Saturn. The mission will study prebiotic chemistry and extraterrestrial habitability. This to Saturn icy moon Titan, the rotorcraft is scheduled to launch in 2026 and is expected to arrive in Titan at 2034, when it will begin to study the moon's wide variety of environments. Number 2. Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer JUICE. The Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer JUICE is an interplanetary spacecraft in development by the European Space Agency (ESA), with Airbus Defence and Space as the main contractor. The mission will study 3 of Jupiter's Galilean moons, Ganymede, Callisto, and Europa, excluding the more volcanically active Io, all of which are thought to have significant bodies of liquid water beneath their surfaces, making them potentially habitable environments. The spacecraft is set to launch in June 2022 and will reach Jupiter in October 2029 after 5 gravity assists and 88 months of travel. By September 2032, the spacecraft will enter orbit around Ganymede for its close-up science mission, becoming the first spacecraft to orbit a moon other than the moon of Earth. Number 1. NASA mission to Mars. NASA's mission to Mars is going to be the biggest mission of the decade. The exact dates are not clear as it is planned somewhere at the end of the decade, but based on the reports, NASA is aiming to send people to Mars by 2029. NASA is developing the capabilities needed to send humans to an asteroid by 2025 and Mars in 2029. NASA has a plan that features 5 phases for traveling to Mars and has issued a transport plan that expands human presence deeper into the solar system through a sustainable human and robotic spaceflight program. So with this, our list of 15 biggest upcoming space missions of this decade ends here. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to share, and we'll be back with another interesting video like these. And for now, goodbye and see you next time.